And did I agree that, women should be more cautious about stuff, and unfortunately they've been put into a position where they have to be. And look, as far as the photo of going on dates and the license plate and that, I 100%. So my point is, it's just what can we do to change the situation instead of just doing stuff like this where we just go back and forth and we end up in
This
a
does
circle where nothing
change.
ever
This
changes.
does change. So first of all, there's a lot of men who are humble who join these lives. Men like what we have been getting tonight. Nobody wants to be humbled. Then they're going to be humiliated, bullied, and denigrated. And that's going to provide validation for people in the comments, which provides a service. It's just not the ideal. So while I agree with you that there's lots of other things that could be done, and there's lots of other ways to advocate, there's certainly you. Listen to the question. How does
Yeah.
Brendo, I want to hear the number one way in which you are an advocate for women in real life.
Well, one, by agreeing to this prompt, two, by coming in lives like this and actually
You,
taking a
no, no,
perspective
no,
where I'm not going on
no,
the
no, no.
defense.
You come in
Look,
here and you said,
in my real life, as if you let me finish, as a person that's actually experienced this by another male when I was younger, so I completely understand for the prompt.
I'm going to mute you again, Brendo. I am very sorry that that happened to you. What I want you to focus on is my question. How You don't have a
I
platform.
took,
You don't do lives on this. So how do you do that? Do you go to protests a lot? Do you write newspaper articles? How do you do that?
no, I don't.
Endo, advocate for women in your real life. That's all I'm asking
Okay,
you.
okay, so how do you?
How do you?
The question.
You
It's
don't have
really
to.
not
You
that
don't
hard.
have to. You don't have to get
So
defensive.
let me educate you, you fucking moron.
You're a
The
faggot.
for women. I don't like the way that that's phrased. But you don't do anything different. You don't
Not
care
at all.
about advocating for women. You didn't come in here because you're actually interested in tweaking the messaging in order to be able to get more benefits or attention for women and their rights, or at least tolerable. If a dude came in here to say, you know what, I don't think you're advocating for women the right way, and if I was to then say, well, how do you advocate for women? And then they listed off all these different ways they'd advocate for women.
When men come in here and they act all high and mighty, like, yeah, I advocate for women all the time in my life. And then the minute you're like, okay, explain, give an example. And they've got absolutely nothing. Or they say something really stupid that's just like the absolute bare minimum. It just